Hey man, how's it going? Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Long time no see. Well, it's actually been about 2 weeks, so I can't say a long time. Like it's been months or whatever, but I have a new video for you. I have a channel update I also want to cover in here, but before we get into channel update and so on and so forth, I want to talk about the game really quickly. Standard battle on Cliff, Panther 2. It's a good game overall for this thing. It's a tier 9 game, tier 8 tank, obviously. And I do good in it. And in my opinion, this is kind of how you want to play this thing. I do have a review guide for it, and I'm going to put an annotation on here if you take a look at that, where I talk about the Panther 2 in detail. But this is how you want to basically play this tank. It's not a tank that's going to get you top guns all the time or anything like that, where you can just murk people all the time or dirt people. But it's going to do good overall. And this is kind of how you want to play it. I was going to go over to the west here by DE2, but I've been having a little fun here up in the middle where I am currently. Our split's decent. Could use a couple of these heavies or whatever that are going to the west, or the east, excuse me, over to the west and in the middle. But, you know, it's pub game, what do you want? Can't expect too much. There's also going to be three screenshots for you to take a look at as well after this is over with. Now, getting into channel update. I want to talk about two things. First, the content of the channel and some other ideas I have for it. As far as the content goes, things aren't changing. I'm going to go right back to the normal Let's Play with the Rome 2 Total War, with that being on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I have the next one's going to be a nice good battle for you. And I'm also going to keep with the World of Tanks videos going up on Monday, Wednesdays. I know this one's a little bit late, but I'm going to explain that in a second. And I might also bump the World of Tanks up to 3 days. I don't know yet. Kind of playing that by ear. I have been playing a lot of War Thunder, and it's a really fun game. It's a flying game, basically World War II aviation. You know, you fly P-51s and BF-109s and all that kind of good stuff. And it's a lot of fun. But I haven't posted any of those videos on here yet because I don't have Gaijin's in, who is the producer of the game. I don't have their permission yet, so when I get that, I will look towards pumping those videos out as well. Give you an idea of what to look at. And real quick, I want to talk about this guy right here too. This 704, totally unnecessary. Totally wasn't worth what he did. Running right out in the middle of the open like this. It was 4-4 when he first came across the screen. Now it's 5-6. You can't do that. He threw away a tier 9 tank destroyer for our tier 8 medium, the T-59. That's not a fair trade. Well, it's a great trade for us, but you know, for them that's not good. And the other thing is, I keep him. See, this is what you gotta do. You gotta track them, especially with a non-turreted gun like a tank destroyer like this. You just track them and just make them pay for their mistakes. Anyways, I was saying that's pretty much where we're going back. I like to get the War Thunder out there, but we'll see how that works. Everything else is gonna be the same. I have some ideas for some new World of Tanks, excuse me, guides. I have an idea for a really good guide for brand new players to World of Tanks, and even those of you that have been around for a long time that maybe need a little bit more, I guess, meta game help. Not so much strategy. But that's as far as that goes for the content. As far as the improvements or the other things I want to talk about, I want to improve this channel. You know, I want you guys to get the maximum educational value and entertainment value and just enjoy watching these videos to the utmost. So with that being said, I have a new microphone on the way because I've been using my headset and it's just not cutting anymore. I had a really good comment from one of you about how to increase or that there's some problems with my audio, so I want to increase that and try to get that to a better level. So I got the new mic comment. I've been working with the new software called Audacity, which is in particular for audio. So that's also why that this video is coming out so late. I'm trying to work out the bugs of figuring out how to use that software, and I'm also going to be perhaps buying a new, I guess, rendering program. I've been using Windows Movie Maker and it's just not cutting it, so I'm looking to do that as well. So, you know, bear with me. That's why this video was a little late. If the videos are kind of sporadic, it's because, you know, I'm learning the ropes of these new programs and I'm not going to throw something out there that I think is garbage. Which is why I had a couple of these videos and I thought they were garbage. So this is probably like my sixth time redoing this video, so I am just not going to throw it out there if I don't like it. And I'm gonna try to increase my thumbnails next. I know some of the writing is hard to read. No, that's pretty much where the channel's headed. More of the same and just getting better. So if you're not a subscriber now, you're gonna want to subscribe because this channel is only gonna get better, man. And I'm telling you what, as it gets bigger, and again, it is getting bigger, it's gonna be harder for me to interact with everybody. So you might as well get on the ground floor and start saying that you were here way back when. Because, for example, I do like to play World of Tanks or even War Thunder with you guys. If you see me in a game, give me a holler, and I'll be more than happy to play a couple rounds with you. Provided I don't have something else going on. I'm gonna pause it real quick here. Provided I don't have something else going on. Maybe I'm, you know, doing a video or something, and then I can't play, obviously. But if you see me in there and you want to play a round or two, just say hi, so I know that it's not spam or whatever, and I'll be more than happy to play a couple rounds. And yeah, real briefly, I want to talk about how my vacation was for Christmas, and I do celebrate Christmas. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff. I got a ton of German language programs and German language learning. I got some flashcards. I got a program itself called Assimil or whatever. It's really popular in Europe. I got a dictionary, a couple grammar books. I got Harry Potter in German. My girlfriend's a huge Harry Potter fan, and she found this book for me. Took her a long time to get it, and she got it for me. So I'm gonna give that a read. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but she is, and it's popular for a reason. So I figured I'd give it a try. Got some movies, some German language movies actually. Excuse me, just got something in my throat. And I got a whole bunch of books. I got General Ulysses S. Grant's Memoirs and Selected Letters. It's a Library of America edition book. General Grant was a U.S. general during the Civil War, and he later became a president. I got a book called Knight's Cross. It's a biography of Erwin Rommel, who was a German general during World War II. And I have a book called Eisenhower in War and Peace, which is obviously about Dwight D. Eisenhower, U.S. general, who was basically in command of the Allied forces during World War II, and he also became a president afterward during the 50s, after Truman, I believe he was. And I got an Xbox One. I do play a lot of console gaming, more so now, especially since I got the Xbox One. I got Call of Duty Ghosts for it, and I have Dead Rising 3 for it. I'm a huge zombie fan. I love zombie movies and the whole genre, Max Brooks books and everything like that. So I've been playing that a long time as well. But don't worry, it's not gonna, cut into this stuff at all, cut into my PC gaming at all. And that's basically the gist of it. And finally, as far as my vacation went, I had a few days off there from work for, excuse me, I just can't cut this. Few days off for, the holidays, but I also went and I had a week vacation to stay with my girlfriend. And that was a lot of fun. I did get to go to, if you're a hockey fan, I did get to go to the Winter Classic, the Red Wings versus the Maple Leafs. And I am a Red Wings fan, but I'll tell you what, it was just not a pleasant experience. Way too cold, way too wet, and it dragged on, to be totally honest with you. But with that being said, I covered everything I wanted to cover. Let's get into the screenshots so I can show you how I did. And yeah, we'll just do that. So hold on 1 second. All right, first slide. Roughly 30,000 credits, 1,000 XP. This was not my first game or my first win of the day. Damage 4 tanks, destroyed 2, as you can see there. Next slide. This is good. 2,500 damage. I'm third overall on my team. This is a good result for this tank. Second overall, by the looks of it, for XP earned. Considering this is a tier 9 game and I'm in a tier 8. If I was a tier 9 heavy tank in this, like the E75 or IS6, you'd want this kind of result. You should be at 1 or 2. But to be this high as a medium tank, a second tier medium tank, it's a good end result. You can't be disappointed with that at all. And that's what this tank can do. It's not gonna, get you way out there and just blow everybody up on the field and get 15 kills of, E100s or anything like that. Final slide, 20 shots fired, 15 hits, 15 pens, which is good. 8 hits received, only 3 penetrated, which is phenomenal for this thing. Usually this armor is not very good at all. 1,705 potential damage. Again, 4 enemies damaged, 2 destroyed. 30,000 credits received, 6,200, roughly 6,300 actually, for the auto repair the vehicle. Auto supply ammo is 5,000 basically. So not bad. I think it's roughly 10 to 13,000 to repair this thing completely. So it is kind of expensive to run it, but it's not as bad as some of the big shells, or it's not as bad as, say, my Yog Tiger, for example. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you get to see a little bit more gameplay of the Panther 2 in its natural element, I suppose. And yeah, I covered the channel update. This thing I only got bigger and better things planned for this. I really appreciate all the likes, comments, and favorites you've been doing for me. And, you know, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And, you know, just keep being you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I just really appreciate it. And I hope you had a great holiday. Hope you have an even better new year and all the success and everything else. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.